Mama lost the house in '03. Wasn't no warning. Just a letter. Then a lock on the door. She went down south. Family in Louisiana said they had room. I stayed, 17, sleeping in a Cutlass Supreme with a pit bull and a stolen laptop. 3 years like that. Couches, cars, places nobody should be closing their eyes. But that laptop, that changed something. Library Wi-Fi, community center when they'd let me in. Started reading things I wasn't supposed to understand. Tax codes, lien laws, how credit actually work, how bail bonds make money, who owned what in which neighborhood and why. Same way some folk hear music, I started hearing systems. Tried to put folk on. Ran workshops out of barbershops. Explained how to fight an eviction, how to read a contract before you sign your life away. Half them nights ended wrong. TTP drama. Somebody owed somebody. Guns where there should have been questions. But the dog stayed. Through all that, he stayed. Ain't get a record deal. Ain't get a scholarship. Ain't get saved by nobody. I just learned how things work, and I ain't never forgot what it felt like not to know. That's the aftermath. Already lived through the collapse. That's why I see it coming for everybody else. Wasn't no colors on me, but I knew everybody who wore them. You grow up where I grew up. You don't choose a side, you just live in the crossfire. Half my block was Bloods, other half was business. I stayed between the cracks. Some folk sold, some folk used. I just watched. The money was fast. The consequences was faster. I seen dudes go from Jordans to jumpsuits in the same summer. Ain't saying I was an angel, just saying I was strategic. Check cashing on Fridays. Rent to own for a TV I couldn't afford. No bank account cause nobody told me I needed one. Every dollar I earned went right back into somebody else's pocket. I was grinding and leaking at the same time. That's what they don't show you. You can work hard and still be broke if nobody taught you how money actually moves. The system got plenty of folk who looked like me. Decided early it wasn't gonna get me. Not cause I was better, cause I was watching. And what I saw told me, get smart or get got. That stolen laptop became a library, a law school, a business plan. YGs think the goal is only about respect and power. But that shit don't pay rent. What pay rent is knowing how to make a dollar work while you sleep. I started learning that on a cracked screen in a parking lot. Got to a point where it wasn't about me no more. Family eating next month. Kids not repeating the same mistakes. Breaking the cycle ain't a motivational poster, it's a Tuesday. It's choosing the library over the corner every single day. Started running workshops again. This time smarter, smaller rooms. Folks who actually wanted to learn. Showed them how to read a lease, how to file a dispute, how to stop paying interest they didn't owe. Some folk listened, and them folk, they still out here, building. Everybody left at some point. The homies, the family, the women. Everybody got a reason. But the dog never did. It's about who stayed when you had nothing. That's loyalty you can't buy, can't fake, can't replace. I started understanding something. Ownership is everything. Own your mind, mind your own. Don't wait for somebody to hand you a lane. Lay your own brick every day, one at a time. Eventually you look up and you got a wall. You got a foundation. You got something they can't take. Spoke some things into the universe and they appeared. Not cause the universe owed me nothing. Cause I put the work behind the words. Vision without labor is just a daydream. But labor without vision? That's a prison. You need both. And you need to believe you deserve what you're building. We playing the long game, not the quick flip, not the overnight success story. The kind where you build so solid, what you made outlives you. Generational. The kind of wealth they can't foreclose on, can't repo, can't delete with an algorithm. The highest thing you can do is inspire. Not bullshit motivation that wear off. Inspire. Light something inside somebody that don't go out when you leave the room. That's the currency that matters. That's the investment that compounds forever. Luck is just being prepared when the door opens. Stay ready. The door always comes. There's a proverb. Goes back to when our people were property. When learning to read was a crime. South Carolina, 1740 made it illegal to teach a slave to write. Virginia, Alabama, same laws, same fear. They knew if we could read, we could think. And if we could think, we'd never stay chained. So they passed knowledge in secret, whispered lessons in the fields, scratched letters in the dirt. Each person who learned it turned around and taught another. One by one, in the dark, at risk of death. Each one teach one. That's how knowledge survived when the system tried to kill it. That's what this channel is, a barbershop workshop that never closes. Each one teach one, but louder, not a course, not a brand deal, not a rented Lamborghini in the thumbnail selling you a dream I ain't even living. This is witness testimony from somebody who slept in a Cutlass Supreme and read tax codes by flashlight and decided the people who look like him deserve to know what he learned. This ain't fear, ain't hype, ain't motivation that wear off by Wednesday. This is what I know, delivered how I know it, in the voice I grew up with, for the people nobody else is talking to. So, let's talk about what you can own, starting from nothing. No trust fund, no connections, no degree required. Number 1. A skill nobody can automate. I'm not talking about learning to code. Everybody say that, and half of them gonna be out of job in 2 years, 'cause the AI write better code than they do. I'm talking about something you do with your hands or your mind that a machine can't replicate. Cutting hair, reading a room, fixing what's broke, negotiating when the numbers don't add up. A barber in my neighborhood been cutting hair 40 years, ain't never worried about a robot taking his chair. Know why? 'Cause people don't sit in his chair for the haircut. They sit there for the conversation. That's yours. Nobody can download it. Number 2, a side business. Don't gotta be big. A pressure washing rig, a notary service, something that got your name on it. I know a dude who started selling plates out of his mama kitchen. Now he got 2 food trucks and a catering contract with the city. He owned that. Number 3, intellectual property. That sound complicated, but it ain't. You write a course, that's IP. You record a tutorial, IP. You build a template other folk use, IP. The internet lets you sell what you know to people you'll never meet. That's ownership without inventory. Number 4, a rental arrangement. I ain't talking about buying a building that come later. I'm talking about renting something you control. A room, a parking spot, a storage unit you lease to somebody else. You don't need a mortgage. You need leverage. Number 5, community equity. This the one folks sleep on. When your name means something on your block when people trust you, send their kids to you, call you first when something need fixing, that's equity. Can't put it on a balance sheet, but it's the reason some folk can buy the plaza. The community back them, 'cause they back the community first. 92% of black households hold 0 business equity. 0. The hood already taught me what survival looked like, what it feel like to stretch $10 into a week, what it mean to watch doors close and figure out which window to climb through. AI just made it urgent for everybody else.